everyone! Today, we will discuss to you and we will teach you about the topic free falling bodies. So, come on, let's start and join us to explore new things.
The objectives of this lesson are 1. To know what is free falling body.
To connect the concept of acceleration due to gravity to free falling bodies.
Number 3. To know the different formula to use and how they utilize in a specific problem solving.
To solve a problem concerning free fall bodies.
A falling body or a body thrown vertically upward or downward is a special case of uniformly accelerated motion. Free fall is a motion where its weight is the only force acting on an object.
There is a relationship between the weight and the time of an object to fall or hit the ground. As the weight becomes bigger, time becomes faster for an object to fall and hit the ground. Otherwise, if the weight becomes lower, time becomes slower for an object to fall and hit the ground. Just for example, if you let two objects to fall with difference in weight, the one that has the bigger weight will fall faster and immediately hit the ground, while the one that has the lower weight will fall slower. But if you let two objects to fall with the same in weight, both objects will hit the ground with the same time. These conditions happen because of acceleration due to gravity. In this case, we can say that in free fall, weight and time are directly proportional to one another.
The equations for falling bodies or thrown bodies are essentially the same as in uniformly accelerated motions. The acceleration is the constant magnitude where it is presented by the letter g, and this is the acceleration due to gravity. Since objects are pulled toward the center of the earth, then the value for acceleration due to gravity are 9.81 meter per second squared in terms of meter, 32.2 feet per second squared in terms of feet. Note that if it is going downward, then the value of g or the acceleration due to gravity is positive, while if it is going upward, then the value for g or the acceleration due to gravity is negative.
A. The velocity at any time t. Vf is equals to Vo plus gt, where Vf is the final velocity, Vo is the initial velocity, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and t is the time.
The coordinate at any time t, y is equals to v sub o t plus 1/2 gt squared,
where y is the height or the distance, Vo is the initial velocity, t is the time, and g is the acceleration due to gravity.
C. The velocity of any coordinate. Vf squared is equals to Vo squared plus 2gy,
where Vf is the final velocity, Vo is the initial velocity, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and y is the distance or height.
Object is dropped from the top of a building. Time to hit bottom is 3.85 seconds. What is the height of the building? What is the final velocity?
Given time is equals to 3.85 seconds, initial velocity is equals to 0 meter per second, acceleration due to gravity is equals to 9.81 meter per second squared. Required: the height of the building, the final velocity. Equation: For the height of the building, y is equals to bit plus 1/2 et squared. For the final velocity, Bf is equals to Bi plus At. Solution: y is equals to 0 times 3.85 is equals to 0 plus 1/2 times 9.81 times 3.85 squared is equals to 72.70. 0 plus 72.70 is equals to 72.70. That is the height of the building. For the final velocity is equals to 0 plus 9.81 times 3.85. We can cancel 0. 9.81 times 3.85 is equals to 37.77. Answers: the height of the building is equals to 72.70 meters, while the final velocity is equals to 37.77 meter per second.
You throw a ball up in the air, the velocity of 4.9 meter per second. Find the maximum height of the ball reaches. How long the ball in the air before turning to your hand? For the given, in upward motion we have initial velocity is equals to 4.9 meter per second, final velocity 0 meter per second. The acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.81 meter per second squared. For the required of the problem, letter A, the distance or the maximum height reaches the ball. Letter B, the total time the ball in the air before turning to your hand. For the equation, we use three formula for this problem. The first one is v sub f squared is equals to v sub y squared plus 2gy. The second is v sub f is equals to v sub I plus g multiplied by t. Lastly, y is equals to v sub I multiplied by t plus 1/2 g multiplied by t squared. For the solution, in letter A, we use the formula v sub f squared is equals to v sub I squared plus 2gy. Then substitute the given value to equation. 0 meter per second squared is equals to 4.9 meter per second squared plus 2 quantity of negative 9.81 meter per second squared multiplied by y. And by using your calculator, directly solve it using shift solve, and the value of y is 1.2238 meters. For letter B, the time of the ball in the air before turning to your hand. It means you're finding the total time it travels. And the formula for the total time is 2 multiplied by t. How it is become 2 multiplied by t? Because the time when it throws upward and reaches its maximum height is equals to the time when it going downward and reach your hand, because it is the same elevation. And now we're going to solve the time where it reaches its maximum height and the time when it's going downward. Let's solve first the time it reaches maximum height. We're going to use the formula v is equals to v sub I plus gt. Substitute the given value. 0 meter per second is equals to 4.9 meter per second minus 9.81 multiplied by t. And using your calculator, directly input it, and by shift solve, the value of t is equals to 0.4995 seconds, and at the time when the ball reaches its maximum height. Now we're going to solve the ball when going downward. We use the formula y is equals to v sub y multiplied by t plus 1/2 gt squared, wherein v sub y multiplied by t is equals to 0 because the initial velocity of the ball going downward is equals to 0. And then substitute the given value 1.2238 meters equals to 1/2 multiplied by 9.81 meter per second squared multiplied by t squared. By using your calculator, input it directly, and by using shift solve, the value of t is 0.995 seconds. It's the same because it is thrown and returned in its same elevation. Now solve for the total time. 2 multiplied by 0.4995 is equals to 0.999 seconds. And for the final answer, in letter A, the distance equals to 1.22 meters, and for B, the total time is equals to 1 second.
That's conclude our video lesson. We hope we provide some helpful knowledge and we able to discuss and teach you about free falling bodies. Thank you and God bless us all.